Hello, computers and ag students. I wanted to give you a couple of clues this week for the newsletter assignment. So, some of you have reached out and asked some questions about columns, and you're not able to get everything exactly how you need to. So, I'm just going to start with a couple of these steps. So, step 4, I'm going to start at the font needs to be Calibri and 11. Then step 5, be sure your document's line spacing is set up using single spacing with no additional line spacing between paragraph. So single spacing, you just right click, go to paragraph, go to single spacing, and then make sure to check the box, don't add space between paragraphs of same style. Okay, so that takes care of number 5. Then it says open the header and the footer of the document. So I'm just double clicking up here into the header, and I am going to key in the information shown on the page 18, which I'm just going to key in farmers market. Okay. And then I'm going to center align that and change it to 48 point bold. Center align 48 bold. Single space, insert a 0.3 inch high by 7 inch wide text box. So I'm actually going to go down one space here, and then I'm going to insert a shape rectangle, and I'm going to make it the size. So here I'm going to make it the size that it says, so 0.3 by 7.5. So I'm going up to 0.3, and then I'm going up to 7.5. And place it in the center align below the heading. So I'm moving this center aligned below the heading. Fill the box gray, 25% with no line color, which just means no outline. So shape outline, we're going to do no outline. Shape fill, we're going to do gray. It doesn't say exactly what color gray you need. I'm going to do this gray. And then when I right click, go format shape, go to fill, transparency, I can bring that up to 25%. So I'm doing that. Okay, so that's set. So that kind of lightened up the rectangle there. Key in the text as shown. Fill the box with gray, 25% no color, and key in the text as shown in the figure. So I'm flipping the page again, and all we're going to write in this text is volume 1, issue 1, October 2020. Okay, and it also says to right align that and bold. So I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to right align it. I'm going to bold it all. I think it's supposed to be black. I don't think that I was supposed to change that color. Let me double check. Nope, that's supposed to be black. So, all right. Well, it's still not black. There we go. Okay, we had some questions about column spacing. So I'm skipping step 10, and I'm going to step 12. All right, on step 12, it says format the page as a 2-column document with a line between the columns. So when we are formatting as a 2-column document, we need to go to layout, we need to go to columns, we need to go, you can do 2-column here, that's fine, but it also says format page as a 2-column document with a line between the columns. So you're going to go more columns, you're going to click 2 columns, and then we need to check this box that says line between. Okay, so you're going to click OK there. And it says, note, you may not visually see the line between the columns until more text is keyed in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and key this text in. Okay, so you can see that I have the information there. So it's with great pleasure that we send you the first publication of Farmers Market newsletter. We will be publishing our newsletter on a monthly basis to keep you up to date on what's going on here at Slater Farms. Yeah, automatically made those columns because I had inserted that. Now, you're going to continue typing what it says to type, and you're going to continue formatting and triple spacing and doing all that as it says. But I'm going to jump ahead quick because at one point you need to jump on over to the other column. Okay. When it is time to do that, you are just going to go to breaks up here at the top and click column. Okay. So then it puts a line in the center. And again, you're going to have a lot more down here as it instructs. But it puts that break in the center, and then you can bounce on over and start typing the information on the right-hand side. So number 15 says to key in move to column 2, that's what we just did, and key in the text in Article 1 as shown in figure word 7.1. So this is where we're going to start typing school field trips, spring field trips, okay, and all of that information. So I'm going to get that typed up here and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've typed all this information in here, and it's important to remember that you have it formatted basically as no spacing, or if you go back to paragraph spacing, you go single and make sure it's don't add space in between paragraphs of the same style. Okay, so after we have all of that entered in, I'm skipping ahead here to number 23. It says insert a square that measures 3.65 inches high by 3.65 inches wide behind the text in Article 1, column 2. So here we are going to insert a shape that measures 3.65 by 3.65, and that needs to be behind the text. So if we right click here and we go to wrap text, right now it's listed as in front of text, we need to select behind text. And we need that color to be red. As it says in 24, change the fill color of the square to red with no outline and change the transparency to 25%. So I'm changing the transparency again to 25%. And it's already red. Highlight the text school field trips and change it to 24 point. Whoops. I gotta get into the text. Gotta change that to 24 bold white. And then highlight spring field trips and fall field trips. We can actually do this at the same time. If you highlight it and then click Control, keep Control clicked, and then highlight fall field trips, then we can change that to 14 bold and italics. 14 bold italics. And then highlight the text under spring field trips and under fall field trips and add bullets. Okay, so now we are adding bullets, and it does look like we've lost a space here. Learn about pumpkins, visit. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we are going to make this bulleted, and everything fits into that square space. Okay, so some people are having issues with that. You just got to kind of make sure that you have your spacing set to no spacing when you start, and then go from there, either the no spacing or the paragraph single spacing, don't add space between line. So if something happens and it gets all messed up and it still falls without, you don't have to retype this. Highlight it all again, go back to no spacing, and then just reformat things. So then, you also have some more text underneath here that should already be typed there at this point. And then you will have to add another rectangle shape at the bottom that's going to cover this information. So just make sure when you're inserting that, so that one's 0.75 inches by 3.56 by 3.65 inches, make sure that you wrap that shape to go to wrap text and make sure that it's behind the text as well when you insert that rectangle at the bottom. Okay, so everything else, hopefully you can follow the steps and get this taken care of. If you have questions, always feel free to reach out. All right, thank you.